caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get fuck you with to groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. J-Rock ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in the...
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here you go, man. Shoot. Hey. Pull down. White.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Hunt. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
On third down, Rivers drops it off for Coleman. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And a gain there of 11 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Second down, Rivers. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Let's go.
Now Rivers. pressure too much here. He's going down. Robert Quinn able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
319. Hey, check 26.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. On 3rd down, it's Jordan, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Steelers have taken a 1st quarter lead. Gould now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
White! Shoot! Hey! White!
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 1st catch, good for 16 and a 1st.
White! Red Delta!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
We're okay.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
Hey, I'm gonna go load it. Load it. You. Red. Hey, 79.
3rd and short yardage, Rivers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs. And now out come the Steelers. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
And the pitch goes to Miller. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Let's go, come on.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Well. Here we go.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right, because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Ridley with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And he puts it through. Gold now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Tevin Coleman with a return of 102 yards. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Now he's flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Cooper again the target, and it's third down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Zoom.
Now Rodgers. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 and what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And now running right through it. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Rivers now on second down. And that's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's third down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Throwing Rivers. They're able to locate Wilson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They run with Hunt. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
to throw on second down. Rivers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Catch made right side by Wilson, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Get reset. Hey, easy. Right now. You got 58. Jump out. Zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom.
On first down, Rodgers. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Letting one fly deep. He's got him in. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him a gain of 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Rodgers now on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Yeah, Liz. Hey, check 26.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, where y'all going?
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
All right.
He'll get it up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Box it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. gold is it. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now?
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
26. 36. Hey, 88.
To throw is Rodgers. To the left side, complete to Sharp. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And the Steelers getting another first down on a bit of a roll. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Zoom.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
If the post pattern is often equated as a change-up route, how about when you throw it to your big guy down the center of the field? Covered or not, you have great confidence he's going to come down with the football. And when he does, as we just saw, long gains often result.
Here's Rodgers under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now a handoff to Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Sua Craven's up to make the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
26.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. They'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Okay, over here.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Hey, go orange buffalo. Buffalo wall. Hey. Keep it skinny. Keep it skinny. Keep it skinny.
First down, Rivers. He sets to fire deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. Rivers on first down. On the crossing route, complete. It's Wilson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now second and 13. This is Hunt, and an alley to run. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards, and that'll bring up a third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Hey, go orange.
Rivers from the gun on third down. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Austin Safarian-Jenkins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are back within a score. The tight end can kind of be that diamond in the rough secret weapon that you have, and right there they show you why.
And it's becoming less of a secret, isn't it, partner? Every game that we do nowadays, the tight end is a featured receiver, not just a blocker, as in the days of old.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On second down, here's Miller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Steelers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And this one complete to Reed. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. And they'll run for it with Miller. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Inside.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And this is caught at the 8. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jordan Reed, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gold now out to kick it away. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Keep it skinny. And hide.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught.
Hurry up!
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Keep it skinny. Hey! Hey, go orange. Orange. Hey, go orange 5-4. Hold it. Hey, Delta. Hey, Delta. Keep it skinny.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And they can't bring him down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Going for it all. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 3rd down, Rivers. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play. And it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call it student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called rose stem right or rose stem left, depending on the formation. 28 toss. The 28 toss was their bread and butter.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
That's fine. Yeah. Gun. Hey, check 26. Zoom.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. There he goes, right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run. Read it. And were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their #1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. He's back to throw. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Zoom.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. Now a desperation. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And to the 12. That's where it stops the return